Hi guys, it's GlassBoxT here, and in light of things, I just wanted to provide a quick update. This is not scripted or anything like that. I have a number of bullet points to talk about, which I have written on a piece of paper in my hand. So let's give it a go and see what happens. So, firstly, and most importantly, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who has been watching my videos, liking them, sharing them, but most importantly, supporting me and encouraging me to do more. It may seem very simple to you to, I don't know, ask me a question or leave a message, but to me, when I wake up every morning and when I see my inbox flooded with messages like thank you and questions and video ideas and suggestions, it is these messages that move me and encourage me to do more. Had I not seen any messages like that, I may have stopped because I would have been given the impression that my videos are just not really making, you know, they're not really helping anyone in any shape or form. I would have felt like I'm just kind of wasting my time. But but I don't think that is the case. I really don't. I just want to say that I enjoy creating the content that I create. The content I create, I sit down, I think about it. I don't just kind of write things and then kind of, wing it or anything like that. I sit down, I plan the kind of videos I would want to create and the kind of areas I want to focus on in a given video course. And, it takes time, but I do appreciate the feedback that I get from you guys about it. Teaching is a profession that I do outside of YouTube anyway. So to be able to do it on YouTube as a platform and be able to kind of spread the knowledge about automation, I enjoy it, and I'm quite happy that is helping you guys out. I also want to say that I am literally the sole contributor to this channel, so it can at times become a lot for a single person to do, but I do my best. I think the best success story I've heard was from one of my subscribers who actually made it and became a technical tester. Um, I'll I'll keep their details private. Although if you want to identify yourself, by all means do so. But I got a message one day from a particular subscriber who said that they actually had a series of interviews and they actually got a job as a technical tester, as an automation tester. And they just wanted to say thanks to me because they said, well, they felt that the videos that I've been creating, the content that I've been creating, in particular around WebDriver and Cucumber, was a massive contributor to the success of the interview. I.e., they said that they felt like they learned a lot from my videos, and it was the knowledge that they learned that really helped them to finally help them secure the job. So, that is something that you really do want to hear when you're trying to deliver educational videos over over a platform such as YouTube. And on that note, you know what, guys, if any of you guys have any such stories, good stories or bad stories, let me know and I'll share it as part of my update videos. I think it's something we should share. It is something that we should do to try and encourage everyone to sit down and just try and learn as much as you can, however you can, and finally make that big jump. Anyway, let's move on to the actual update. Right, so firstly, I just want to introduce you all, or rather reintroduce you all to my site, thetestroom.com. So this is my site, thetestroom.com. It was kind of down for a bit and up and down and so on. Again, it's purely because I am the only person who's trying to do all of this. I I have a 9 to 5 job. I have a family life, friends, relatives, all of that. And amongst all of that, I'm also trying to do this as well. So it's not it's not something that's kind of easy. But let me explain what the purpose of this site is. So far, I've kind of updated the site to include a number of my videos. So if you go to something like, I don't know, Java Cucumber maybe, then this would list all the tutorials I've done to date around Java Cucumber. And if you click on, I don't know, any single one of them, Then there's a brief explanation of what the series is about. Then there's links directly to YouTube. So at the moment, this site is purely kind of trying to just fill in the gaps for each one of these videos. But what I want to do now, going forward, for all of my future videos, is I actually want to use my site to also kind of help you guys see the code, firsthand. Instead of kind of waiting for the video to fully load and you go through the video and so on, you can also come here and I don't know, it's up to it's up to you guys how you want to do it. But the idea is you can follow the video and look at this if you want to. And all the code examples, everything that I write will be reflected on this site. A lot of guys have actually asked me, requested me in fact, to do this a long time ago. And I always said no, I don't want to, because I thought that by following the video, I'm basically trying to encourage people to actually sit down and write the code. But when I think about it, not everyone really has that, that amount of time. Sometimes they just want to see code and they just want to make heads and tails of what they see, try and figure out how it all works for themselves. And you know what? That's not a bad approach. It's a different way of doing something. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to deliver my videos on YouTube as normal, but I'm also going to do a write-up of each video that I deliver from now on, where I'm going to try and write all the code examples here, and it'll give people to follow both the video by watching the video, as well as doing it differently by following textual examples as well. Just to make clear, the text that I write and the video, they will both kind of implement each other, i.e. they will both work in harmony. It's not like the code example that I write in the test room and the videos that I create in my YouTube channel GlassBoxT will be different. They'll be basically the same thing, just two different mediums of delivering the same thing. So hopefully that should make things a little bit easier for you guys as well. Moving on to my second update. So there's a couple of things I've noticed. I've noticed that my most popular kind of video series are Cucumber. And I mean, that's probably rightfully so. Cucumber is kind of super famous, super common, and it's a really good way of someone to break into a very technical, automation-orientated way of testing. But at the same time, I've actually gone back and I've actually looked through all of my YouTube videos for Cucumber offline. And I'm going to put my hand up and say this. They're pretty poor quality. I mean, the voice is poor, the video quality is poor, the resolution is beyond funny. So one of the first things I want to do after this update is to actually revisit my Cucumber series. I want to revisit them. I'm going to assume that this series doesn't exist. My existing series will still be there. They're not going to disappear. But I'm going to effectively, I would like to recreate my Cucumber series from scratch, but with a focus on better practice, maintainability, scalability, clean code, all of that kind of stuff. The idea is, if I do that, then that should give people a better view on kind of writing tests using Cucumber. Also, if I do that, then obviously I'm going to end up creating kind of post entries on my site as well. So like I said, for my old videos, I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to write up all the textual examples because it's just going to take too long. And like I said, I'm the only person who's trying to do this. But I see value in reintroducing the Cucumber series and writing all the scripts properly from the very beginning. So I don't know, it might work out, might not. I'm going to have to see how it goes. I mean, if you guys really feel like I shouldn't do it, then let me know, as in shouldn't reintroduce the Cucumber series and maybe just cherry pick videos. But I feel like I can add a lot more value by starting this series again from scratch, and also writing up the post as I go. Anyway, my final update. So we've obviously on my channel I've done a lot of things. I've talked about WebDriver, Cucumber. I'm currently talking about Git, Protector, Aspect, so on. I feel like the biggest piece missing is CI. We haven't really spoke about CI yet. For those who don't know what CI is or have a very basic understanding, CI is simply continuous integration. Basically, some tool, something that can run all the tests that you've written automatically for you. So I'm really interested in what's going to happen. So yeah, I want to start looking at CI now. And when we talk about CI, I think I'm going to start off with the most commonly used CI, which is probably going to be Jenkins. So what does this mean? This means that I really want to start looking at thinking a little bit differently for at least in the short term. I want to look at CI in particular. I want to look at Jenkins, and I'd like to get to a point where we are able to follow, I don't know, a number of videos, after which point we should be able to run a number of tests that we've done for, I don't know, some project somewhere through Jenkins. So ideally, maybe we'll start off with something basic, just writing like a simple Java hello world program and running that through Jenkins, and obviously build that up as I go over time, where we eventually end up running our tests. We'll probably start off with basic tests, and then maybe some JUnit tests, and maybe we even go as far as running some Cucumber tests. I don't know. It's something that I really want to do, but I need to sit down and figure out what is the best way of me delivering this context to you. I don't want to just give you any random stuff. I want it to make some logical, harmony sense. But anyway, let's see what happens. Um, anyway, guys, I was planning on making this update no more than 2 or 3 minutes. It's gone on for, well, almost more than 12 minutes now, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Just just thanks a lot for supporting me, and I guess it's time for me to let the GlassBoxT crew go. So take care, and until next time, ciao.